relaxing in my bed and all that. I hope everyone's day was good on this Monday today. My day was exhausting, but it was pretty good though. And all that. But yeah. Um, anyway, if anyone's new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or a moderator who's been on here before, welcome back. Right now we're just hanging out, so feel free to come in and ask questions. Please be sure everyone's being age appropriate about questions, just so we don't try to have any issues going in here. And, I'd rather not have to deal with any chaos would be great with that part. But anyway, for those of you who are in here, welcome. But yeah. Willow, how are you been? It's been a while. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Long time no see. I know. I mean, I've been on here, but life's been busy for some of us here. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. But, um, yeah, right now y'all just relaxing at the moment. Especially, I'm just enjoying the rest of the day and just recovering from a busy work day and all that. Because it's officially my fourth week now. So, I'm 4 weeks in and it is, oh boy, exhausting. In which some of us can get here. But, um, yeah. And so, y'all feel free to hit the like button plus the subscribe button and hit the notification bell down below and set it to all notifications to get all the latest updates I've posted. So you don't, and also you also continue to get updates. So, and don't miss a single one because you never know what comes out. You really never do unless you do so. And so, um, yeah. Um, and yeah. Yeah, I know, right, Willow? It's like, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, working. I'll tell you, working a job's something, but at the end of the day, I love what I do as well. And just, you know, I mean, like I said, I'm only 4 weeks into it right now, so it's one of those things, y'all, where when you're only a couple weeks into it, when you're just starting a job and you're only like a good couple weeks into it, we all know how that goes. We all do, you know. It's exhausting for us, but we're also just, you know, making our best of it, and if we like it, we're happy with it. Like I'm happy where I'm at with mine, and I'm glad that I'm glad I've been liking it so far. And so, um, yeah. So, um, yeah. I work at a farming spot and I have been planting the garden and oh gosh. Hey there, Sandra. I think you're new here. Welcome. And to answer your question, I mean, Red's a 50-50, but I will say this. Um, it's just a color shirt I'm happening to be wearing today. AK, I'm still in my work attire, y'all. Which, where I work, thankfully, we're pretty chill back on a lot of the stuff. So anything comfy based and all that. Um, so for example, what I'm wearing right now is perfectly good. And I mean, I'm lazy, y'all. I mean, normally I'm stripping in pajamas already at this hour, but I've just been way too lazy to even do it. But that's also how workday goes. That's also how workdays usually go for like the first little while until we get the force to do it. And Willow, that's crazy. Planning, I mean. And all that. Like, gosh, that's crazy. And Willow, what I do is I work at a thrift store near my area, and I do all kinds of stuff. I will say that. So some days I am putting things on shelves. Some days I am stacking items and putting them out for displays. Other days I'm doing linen. So anything from um throw on blankets like this, for example, pillowcases, bed sheets, you name it, towels, all that. Like, actually, that was some of the things I did today, actually. And then also there's days where I'm also looking through clothes and making sure that they're in the the that they're in the correct or the I can't speak. That they're in the correct size order. So that's also what I did too, but like the very last thing I did today. And it's also just making sure not another size didn't go in the wrong size section. So for example, checking to make sure that, let's say, a small didn't go into like the medium section, you know. So just making sure that all the sizes are correct and matching. And I mean there were a couple of them that of course get mixed in between with a couple, but hey, it's a quick fix. It's nothing irritating or anything. And so that's the point. It's just to make sure they go where they actually belong and all that. And so and then also there's days where I'm organizing hats like ball caps, cowboy hats occasionally, and even also um shoes as well, making sure that they're nice and laid out and they also go in the right order too as well. And also making sure that um items, like anything that are clothing items, haven't fallen off hangers throughout the hour as well. Occasionally, I mean, y'all, each like work day that I only work 2 days a week, which is the nice part and all that, which is awesome. And so, yeah, so that's one of those things where it's like when you're doing all of it, it's making sure that everything looks nice and good. So that way, whoever walks in the building and looks at clothes and goes, "Oh, look how cute this is." You know, that way they know, okay, this is the right sizes and it's not in a full chaos situation, you know. And we all know how that can kind of get. And y'all, I mean, y'all, that's retail. Because sometimes retail can get a little smidge crazy. But also, y'all, that's reality. But I mean, I do like what I'm doing though. It's fun. And it's also cool because even what's kind of cool to me is in my own head, I literally feel like I'm learning like some new things. Like like actually, I will say this: when I was in my first and second week, I think so, my first couple weeks of working, um, the coolest. Okay, here, if anyone actually, I will say this. Um, and for anyone who does not know this, by the way, I will say it because I am in the industry. And so the coolest thing I got to learn was how I actually got to learn how price tags and even all that gets put onto items, which was like the coolest thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably the coolest thing ever. And so literally, if no one ever knows this, how they all do that is they take a tagging gun and they take the tag and shoot it onto it, which is so cool. Like y'all, it was probably the coolest thing ever. Um, no, I don't think. No, not really, Willow. I don't think, but I know after today I'll be going live Wednesday for sure. Because usually I'm every other. Sometimes I mean, occasionally I'll come in on my days off, but it'll just depend on me. the majority. So after today, I'll be back Wednesday and all that to answer your question. And let me actually look at the other chats too, because I am seeing the chat going. Hey there, Ursula. Welcome back. How are you doing? And also, Sandra. What else am I seeing in the chat? Boomerang. That's a cool name. Hey there. I can tell you're new. Who else am I reading? Um, let's see. Corn. Hello. I can tell you're new here. Christopher. I can tell that you're new as well. I said Sandra. I'm to cover the stream, so Sandra. Hey there. I'll call you E7 for short, just so I can get something. Unfortunately, I don't understand English. I'm writing through a translator. It's okay. Hey, all that matters is you're doing your best. That's what I will say. We don't have to be perfect, is all I will say. Let's see here. Where it comes from National Physical Aid. Huh. Never knew that, Sandra. That's actually interesting. Darla, I see you're new here too, and answer is yes, I do play Roblox, but I don't add randoms. Just for my own safety. Um, Koi, that's a cool name. I can tell that you're new here, so welcome. Bradley, I see you're new here too, I think, so welcome as well. Okay. I think I caught up with the most. Okay, sorry, I was looking back up here too, as well, because I did notice editors were saying stuff, and I just had to get back to those so that way I can continue. Yeah. Are you still with? Yes, to answer your question below. Yes, we're still together, and to kind of give you some updates about him, he also is working too now since you've last heard from me about him. And if and he works at Walmart. And actually, he's been working at Walmart for about a month. So, yeah. So, kind of a little order, y'all. I'll tell you all this. He was actually the first one that actually got. Well, technically, I was the first one that heard about me and my job like starting, but he was the first one that got started. And then, so basically, May 8th was his like first day. And then his orientation day was May 6th, and then his actual first day, like his main first day, was the 8th, and then a month later on um oh actually I can I'll go backwards for some of you guys. So May 1st, y'all, I found out about my job and all that. And so cuz I was actually at the start process of it, and it was like the craziest day ever. And then 3 days later, that following Monday, AJ found out he got um an orientation as well for his job the 6th, which that was crazy all to think about. That we both found out within like 3 days of each other. Like, that's crazy. And all that. And so, um, and then after that, he started May 8th, and then after that, I started June 1st. So I kicked off the month. So I literally kicked off this month and started this month. And I am officially on my 4th week now, as of today, which is crazy to think about. And so, and if you're wondering what he does, he is a janitor for Walmart. And so far from what he's told me, so far about his job. It seems like he's liking it, which is good, and all that. So that's pretty cool. And so yeah, so he's seeming to. Sounds my dad. Um, but yeah, so far he seems to still be liking it, which I'm glad that he is. Especially for cause y'all, he and I both were rookies here at getting a job. Like we're both new to the job field here. And so we're both learning to understand it. And so and yeah, y'all, for me and y'all, even for me, it feels like a big deal because y'all, for some of you that don't know this about me, ever since I was 16, like a good majority of us and all that were. And just, I was just anyone's typical 16-year-old female, just getting the job and seeing what happens and trying to get experience. And management, I feel like, had kicked me to the curb so many times. Either management wouldn't be answering their own phones, or I just would be completely ghosted and just nothing would get back to me until I was 18. Got my first phone, like I literally got my first interview back. Feel like it went well, but then they're like, okay, don't think you're the fit. Just kicked me to the dead end of the road. And then again at 19, the same thing, but somewhere else. Feel like that went well, and I feel like I almost could have gone it if they weren't that hard on me and all that. And so, of course, I was freaking kicked to the curb once again. Like, y'all, for 4 years, I was literally complete pushed into a dead end for 4 years. But then finally, after that second time, and for the amount of years I've been doing it, I'm like, you know what? I'm getting help because I cannot do this. I cannot keep getting into this cycle that I keep going through. And so I decided to get help because the best part is anyone, so basically young adults but also teens with learning disabilities can go through this program called Texas Workforce Commissions, and they help teens and young adults like myself here get jobs and kind of figure out what's best for them, and so you're not just going in there and selecting and have and they help kind of just they get to know you and kind of see what you like and kind of match you to places and just see what you're good at so they know, okay, this is where they should be looking and not just going blind on all of it. And I'm glad I did because y'all, I wouldn't have been in this opportunity if I hadn't done it, honestly. And I'm so thrilled that I finally, like, I am so glad and thankful as of June 1st that I started my first day on the job. And I couldn't have been blessed and just thankful that I feel like prayers finally got answered after 4 years and just waiting for this day to happen. But also, really, a month ago, technically, was when that day happened because I had been waiting for 4 years for somebody to say you're hired and that they would continue going through the process. And oh, y'all, it was incredible. Like, it felt so good and just, oh, I literally felt like I could actually just breathe in that moment too. And so, yeah, so I mean, I've been doing a lot of my jobs since the start of the month. It's crazy to believe that, y'all. And so, um, and for anyone that does wonder, like times and all that, I work Mondays and Wednesdays there from 9 to 1. So literally, y'all, I work from like the start of opening hours. So like directly when the store opens is when I start, all the way up to um the beginning of afternoon hours. So, yeah, I literally work 4 hours. It's kind of crazy in my head to think that. But I will say this, I literally work 4 hours for 2 days a week. And let me say this, y'all. A lot of us will say, "Oh, that'll fly by quick before you know it." Yeah. Yeah, you think. You think 4 hours in the working field will last like that. Nuh-uh. Y'all, 4 hours to me, at least so far these past 4 weeks I've worked, oh, in my own head, I'm learning quickly that 4 hours feels like more than that. It feels like eternity. Like, it literally feels like ages until you got out. Like, almost as if you were working a full freaking day and not realizing it. And all the things. Like, it's crazy. And so, yeah, like it's exhausting and tiring and all that. It's like, dear gosh. And even y'all, um, literally me doing all that, I'm like, in my head, y'all, I was literally like, I was like, this is probably how AJ does it. My gosh. And I was literally thinking to myself, I was like, in my head, I was like, how does he do this? Because y'all, my boyfriend was the first one to start working out of me, and y'all, and even ever since he started working and all that, y'all, I will say this, ever since he started and all that, hey there, Dennis, I can tell you're new here, so welcome. How are you doing? But I could literally tell, cause like when he started working, y'all, I just started, I just started, um, feeling this kind of like I just started feeling like this sense of like motivation, cause anytime I would have him send me his outfit of the day for work, just so I can see what he looks like and all that, I don't know what it was about it. And y'all, I can say this right now. I kind of found this kind of little trick too. Is motivation doesn't have to be words. It doesn't say, "Hey, you're doing great today. Hey, keep going." Or "Hey, go inspire somebody." Like, it doesn't have to be anything like that. It can just be either you're doing something that others might have not thought of doing, or they could never do what they do, kind of a thing, and you just feel so inspired to go forward. That's kind of what it that for me, ever since he started working, that's what for me it felt like was a lot. And even now, like even now I'm working, and just even I mean we both work now and it's amazing and all that. And for some of you, I'll kind of show you guys a pic for some of you that haven't seen. I might show, yeah, I'll show you a recent pic that was like good looking of him. Actually, hang on, I'll show you guys a good pic because I've got so many pics of him from his work days. But hang on, let me um let me just grab a decentable pic that. Oh, he's so good looking, y'all. I can't even. It's so crazy. But he's so hot. I mean, he's the hottest employee. What can I say? And so, I'll show you guys a couple different pics so you guys can see a different perspective. But, y'all, this is what I mean right here. And, y'all, every day, because, y'all, his hours, he works mostly not always every day, but at least most days, except for maybe a couple days or a day or two. Out of the week, it just depends on the schedule. Like, for instance, I know he's off Saturday. I know that. So luckily he only works like today through Friday, thankfully. But y'all just this is what I mean. And this is why I say that because y'all, this man, I swear, within um I will say this. If I counted like if I counted our friendship years to now, technically, like y'all, I have known him for like hang on. Just trying to calculate it real quick. 21, hang on. 21 to about almost 5 years. Okay, that's nuts. So yeah, well technically still 4 years right now, but it will be almost 5 years in August, which that's insane. Y'all, how the heck? Wow. But if I added our dating years, we y'all, within the 4 years, like from the start, I've known him. I never suspected us dating, but then in our dating years, y'all, I never would have thought in the 2 years he and I have dated, would have never thought I would have. I mean, I wouldn't say I would, but I never would have thought I would have been more proud of him than I ever was of him because y'all, ever since last month of when he started. He's the reason why I keep going. He's the reason why I'm still pushing my limits still. Like, and also he's the reason why I am motivated by him because of what he does, y'all. And let me say, and just to give you guys some reference here, this man here works evening shifts going into night shifts. Occasionally afternoons going in occasionally early afternoons going into night shift, just depending on the day. And y'all, it's crazy. Y'all, it's just insane because he's a rookie like I am, and I'm just one freaking heck proud of a girlfriend of him. Because y'all, this man works his tail off. I swear, y'all, he motivates me more than I thought he did when he and I first started dating. But he really, he really is motivating me in so many ways that I could even think beyond words. And even I'm just thankful that I can't speak here. Um, but I'm just so thankful and blessed to God that he's in my life and just he continues to make me proud every single day that he's working or I'll tell you, he makes me proud regardless if he's working or not. Because even in a relationship, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him for sticking through some of the hard time some of the hard times that one of us or even I'm having to go through. Even though I'm thankful we haven't gotten into any fights though, but there's been points where some of my medical stuff I've told him and I am open with him about it. I'm not ashamed of it to him because he's understood my pain more than certain people would, and he's been there through thick and thin and unbreakable, and that's powerful right there. Um and I mean, let me say this. Relationships nowadays, I wish could be like how we are. Because, to get to our level of our relationship where we stay humble, we stay empowered, and just we know what God's doing in it, and also just physically just staying. um focused in us, not just with other things. I mean, sure, we have our own personal lives, but I'll tell you, it's rare these days to even feel motivation like that. And I kind of wish that every couple did feel that way. I mean, I know they would, but you know, everyone's different. But with us, especially, I just can't believe how far we've come. And for some of you that don't know, like I said, we've been dating for 2.5 years at this point. We'll be 3 years in September, which is on September 18th, which is crazy to believe, y'all. That September 18th of late 2023, were 17. We both were 17-year-olds that were really good friends and became official that day. I was 2 weeks away from being 18 at that time, so I was almost 18, which is crazy. And yo, this man here will be 20 on Saturday. So we'll both be the same official age as of Saturday, the 27th. So I can't believe it that my baby here is almost 20, just like me, for the next 4 months, and then I'm 21, which is terrifying. So, AK, we're both turning the big numbers this year in age. And then I'll show you guys another pic too. Cause yes, there's some of I'll show you guys a couple of me too, but as well so far. Um, is there a good pic here I've had? And then here's another pic of him too, and all that as well. But literally though, every day ever since, he just makes me proud. And then I'll show you some more too. Kind of show you guys in different perspectives, so you kind of can get it. And then what else would I not show? It's crazy. Um, this one here was also another work picture too, but he didn't have his vest on at that time. Oh, y'all, I will say this: there is actually a story time here, literally with this top that he's wearing. So the funniest thing, y'all, I will show you something here in a second that has to do with the shirt for just a second here. So the funny part is when he was sending me his work outfit that day, plot twist, here's a plot twist here of what he was wearing that day. And me. I that exact same day was wearing mine without it was so crazy. It was literally crazy there, y'all. Like, y'all, our couple brains just mind read each other that day. Because all day that day I was wearing mine all day. And I had no idea that he was gonna wear his for work. So we both, we both here wore um our 4th of July shirts. And fun fact, y'all, for those of you that don't know, last year I got me and him both matching 4th of July tees, which are those for July. So I'll show you it again. And it says these colors. Um, I need to go back, but it basically says these colors don't rule or something. I know the first part. I think the bottom does say. I need to. Or no, it says run. Excuse me. I don't know what it is, but it basically says these colors don't run on it, and then it has the eagle in the middle, which is pretty cool. And then also, let's see, it's my stuff got of them to show you too. I've been showing you this one, I know. That's another work pic too. There's got so many of him though. Yo, he's just so hot in each of these. I just can't even. It's crazy. And then, to show you guys some of me, let me see. I'm gonna show you guys me day one. So give me a second. I gotta go up here. So this was me day one. For those of you that do not know what I look like, for some of mine. Um, so I was wearing this cute Terran Sky V-neck shirt that I got, and then these Terran Sky flare jeans, which were really cute and comfortable. Which that was my first day of work outfit. And a little close up too, as well, that day. And then after that, I think it was. I think this other pic is my my day two outfit. Um, and then day two of that week, I also wore this really cute Blessed Girl shirt, which has a Highland cow up there in the corner. Um, and I actually like these shirts because they have like because they have scripture on the back of them. And this one had I actually have the shirt still. I need to look at it, but I think it had I know for a fact it had Lamentations 22 to 23 on it, and I actually liked what it said on the back because it was really a inspiring statement right there, which it says hope for today. um no wait, hey, I'm saying that backwards. um yeah, hope for today. um and then hang on, I'll have to look back. Some of these, I think it's hope for the morrow, and then I need to look at some of it I kind of get mixed up. I kind of mix them up sometimes, but um, but I know it's hope for tomorrow is the last part. I'll have to go back in a minute though, but it's really cool though. And then this is a work pic of me. My bangs were to the side, y'all, because I was sweating bullets, Lily, and I actually was able to get. And this was me kind of on a little break for a few minutes before I had to go back into working that day. And so that's a little behind the scenes from some of the stuff that's kind of back there. And this was actually in our little warehouse building. And this is where all of like our non-priced items go, and also where incoming donations and shipments go as well, and all that. And so it's pretty cool. And then um I think what else do I have of me? And then also of me, um let's see here. And then I think this, okay, girl. And then this was me, I think I'm trying to think. I think this was me week two. I think week two or week three's outfit. Trying to I think it's week two. So I think this might be Mondays. I need to look back and see. But it was just this really cute medium hot pink shirt that I got from a church event a couple months back with these black shorts, which are really comfortable to wear. And my favorite color is pink, by the way, for those of you that do wonder. Um, and then actually, yeah, so yeah, this next outfit I'm gonna show you is Wednesday. And then I wore my same shirt too that I showed y'all of AJ, but I wore this with my black shorts, so the same short. I actually have two pairs of these shorts. So I've got, but the only difference is one is a 2XL and the other is a 3XL. Which the 2XLs are like my first ones I've had, and then my 3XL are like my newest ones. But they're really comfortable to wear. Um, and all that. And so, um, but, um, yeah. So, um, anyway, what else do I have here? And then also, Um, I'm trying to think. I think this was. Oh wait, and then this was a, and then I think this was Oh yeah, this was Monday. Okay, so here you go. Here's week 3. So this was Monday of week 3, which was this pink shirt with the same jeans from week 1, but just with a different top. And then another little close up of it too. Kind of sticks because, and also I'm having to wear belts with these jeans, so that's why they stick through. And then I'll show you guys that um this was Wednesdays, but I had to sub shirts when I got into. I'll tell you, so this was Wednesday's outfit that same week. But the kind of thing I had to do, yo, is I had to borrow a work shirt kind of for that day because I ended up getting dress code a little bit. But it was because my freaking manager did not freaking estimate that tanks like these weren't allowed, even though y'all it was a freaking 2 inch. And I'll tell you this, if only she specified that, cause if only I could have, cause I don't remember her specifying. Only thing I only heard her specify was not wearing anything like creepy, like anything with creep, like creep kind of like stuff on. Not like 2 inch tanks like what I was wearing. And so I had to wear just a shirt just for that day over it. But honestly, y'all, if but in my head, probably if I were to wear this shirt, my tank again, I probably something I probably would have did is wear another shirt underneath it or something so I can still wear it but not get not just not try to get dress coded. But I wasn't really like directly in trouble, thankfully, so thank God to that. But it was because my job coach saw me in that one. And then what else here? And then to show you guys, and then today's fit. And then yeah, and then today's outfit, which is what y'all see me in right now, which was this top that my dad got me when he was on a fishing trip with a couple of his friends not that long ago. And actually what's really cool is the design and all that. Fun fact, y'all, he custom made that. Let's just say that, which is really cool. And I actually like the red on me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you think this is just the normal standard red that I'm wearing? Y'all, this is almost like a brighter version of that. And honestly, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I look pretty good in this red color for some reason. I'm not gonna lie about that. One bit. And then, um, and then also my hair is in a ponytail. And I actually am still wearing this hair right now. And here's kind of a cool thing I did with it. I I'll tell you this. I kind of did a little cool twist to it. So what I did was in the middle section. So I'll lift it up. So right there, you can kind of see it. But I did this. So I just braided that small little piece in the front and then just braided it and just kind of made it look cool, you know? And it's good to sometimes twist um certain hairstyles a little bit. Like if you're me and if you're me half the time and sometimes you almost are wearing the same hairstyle almost to work and but let's say if it's a hairstyle where you can add a little twist to it, you could that's what I did. So that's and I mean I also could have I mean another thing I could also do too is I can also do like another one too and just grab another small section of hair as well. And then these are the tennis shoes. And for reference, y'all, these are the shoes right here that I wear. if you guys are also wondering what shoes I wear. And these are black these are my black Asics. And y'all, I will say this right now. If anyone here does not owe any color kind of Asic tennis shoe, like if you don't owe any kind of Asics tennis shoe, I'm telling you right now, they're the comfiest tennis shoe that you're probably gonna be wearing out of your wardrobe. Like, out of your freaking shoe wardrobe. Like, these are like the if you're and also if you're also are looking for a good tennis shoe to wear either when you're running errands or going for a walk or a run or even wearing to work. These do you good because of the cushion. I mean your feet still hurt because of standing for periods at a time, but they are not as bad. Painful though. They're not nearly as painful as you think they are. And I'll tell you, these are probably my second pair. These are probably my second or third pair of Asics, and they're the comfiest shoe that I've worn, hands down, out of like my previous shoes that I've worn and all that. And so, um, and also to show you guys, these are my boyfriend's shoes that he wears. Which are these black, like, also tennis shoe. He and actually it was like the other day um he actually wore like his actual tennis shoes, which was kind of a shock to me. So yeah, which these are like he's like work shoes that he wears a lot for work and all that. And actually I'll show you what yeah, I'll show you what he was wearing that day. So, for example, these shoes right here, these are one of his pairs. He has a few pairs of tennis shoes, but these are one of the pairs of tennis shoes he owns. And the funniest thing was this was from I think this was from I think Friday. Yeah, this was from I think Friday. And I was speechless, y'all, that he was actually wearing a different that he was actually wearing different shoes that day, which was shocking to me. Like, it kinda shocked me. Not in a bad way, but yeah, that's kind of a little snidget of us and kind of what we look like a bit, and, um, our jobs and just what we wear a bunch, but, yeah, it's pretty crazy, and so, yeah, let me see, what else has been getting said in the job? And so, I'm just trying let's see here. Okay, let me see, did I miss any going on? Okay, I'm just looking to see if I've missed anyone's responses. Oh, Raymond, I think I saw you coming here, but I just totally forgot you came in here. How are you doing? It's been a minute. Sorry, totally forgot you. I think I remembered you came in here, but I was looking through your comment section. Yeah, Des, I saw you came in here. Um, to answer your question there, Ursula, um, I play all kinds of stuff from like role play games and all that, like house little role play games, or just kind of anything that seems cool. But with me, it varies. But mainly like roleplay things or um all that. But there's a lot of cool games I do play though. On here. Well, let's see. I have a job cleaning at a hair salon because we know the manager, and I do farming. Oh, that's cool. That's okay. That's actually pretty cool there, Willow. And I'm glad to hear. And that's pretty cool when you know the manager that works there. That's pretty cool. that kind of almost feels like my second job interview's background, where because I remember when I went in for my second interview before I got helping with my now job that I do now. I remembered one of my neighbors put in a good word on me so that way for because I guess one of my neighbors is that are friends with the manager. Um, where I was also applying for, and he let her know to put in a good word. Well, they let her know to put in a good word on me. And so after I filled everything out online, I got, I think, an email saying all that, like the same day or like the next day, which was crazy. And that's funny. When you said that, you made me think about my neighbor, because my neighbor is really good friends where I lastly got interviewed at before I got help. And um, yeah. Dennis, what is it? Mm, that I asked. What's the question? Oh, David Jackson chat. Do you want to add me on Roblox? Mhm. Let's see here. Let me go through the chat. Who have I read? Why did you ask that for me not to chat? That is such a cute shirt. Thanks, there, Willow. Let's see here. Making sure I'm just reading through the comment section, make sure I didn't miss anything while I was saying some stuff, which, you know, it's good to be doing all that. Dee Dee, I see you're new here, so welcome. Um, hey there. Like, girl, that's a cool name. I can tell you're new. You make me awkward. Okay, good, now we're caught up. Um, Prince. I can see you're new here, so welcome as well. Yep. Yep, that's my name on here. And for those of you who just came in here, hopefully you guys are doing well. And sorry, I was just reading the chat just to make sure I didn't miss anyone's responses that y'all were trying to grab my attention with, because I do read my. I will say it's for everyone in here. I read head to toe when it comes to the comment section. I'm not some of the people that skip chats consistently. And so I do really well about seeing y'all's comments half of the time here. Hey there, Carl. I can see that you're new. So welcome. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, it's only 1 more minute till my boyfriend goes on break. Yay. And yeah. But um I'm late, but I have rap. No, you're not late, Carl. Trust me. There's no rushing whatsoever. We all have lives here. We all get busy, which is okay. So trust me. You are not late at all. You're just in time. Plus, we're not even doing that much. We're just asking questions and having fun and just all the things on here and just chilling on here. So really, we don't rush schedule anything. So you're totally good. I have to go. Okay, bye, Willow. I'm glad that you came in here. Definitely try to come in when you can, for sure. I'm so tired from. Ursula, I don't blame you. I'm the same way too. Like, girl, I will tell you, when I got home, I literally put everything down, relaxed for a few minutes, and then crashed out like instantly at like 2 o'clock. Like at 2 o'clock to like 3:40, I like passed out. Like I literally took a nap for a dang hour. So I feel ya, big time. And that's what I mean, us adults like us, ugh, good luck with us working. Cause we are gonna all get exhausted pretty quickly. Yeah. So I really do not blame you there. Cause I feel your same way. Like actually, you know what? I will show you guys my little aftermath. Like, y'all, this was me after I'll say this was me after 4 hours. Like my bangs were going left and right. Like, AK, they were going all directions. And even like even in my own face it's like a little crazy everywhere. I mean, that's what we all look like afterward though. Like even look, there's even a couple hairs right up there. And then also some flyaways too. So I totally get it. Like, yeah, like my hair was going left and right afterward. So trust me, like the before and after just kind of was, ugh. And y'all, even I was sweating like crazy, like literally I was sweating bullets. It was, and even I just, ugh, even I really felt me crashing. Even after myself, like I was literally on foot for all 4 hours of work today. Once again. And that's just crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know how I was doing it, but that's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. And so, and what some of you guys can get me there, but yeah, it's crazy. And so, yeah, 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 I got work early. Oh, you go to work early too? Dang, that's crazy. I'll tell you, like for me, I have to wake up with my work schedule. I'm usually having to wake up at like 6:15 just so I can be early enough to get up to get ready, make sure everything's settled, and then I leave and then I have to leave for work by like 8:40 to get to work by 9. And I mean the best part for me where I work though is it's not that long of a drive. Like it's only maybe 10-15 minutes from here, which is pretty good. So I don't have to worry about me like waiting longer existence together and all that. See, that's the best part is I'm like at least 10-15 minutes or so from where I work. So that's the best part is I don't have to worry about driving so far. I mean, right now I'm not licensed, but right now I've got my parents taking me to and from until I can get licensed because y'all, eh, eventually that needs to friggin' happen, and I'm 20. So I'm one of the late drivers this year. And so even whenever I get the freaking chance and all that too, then I'm gonna try to start because y'all, it's crazy. And so I'm not rushing time though, honestly though. So what's the point of trying to rush all that? Which that's not really my own intention. It's not really rush time or anything. But whenever it gets to a point where life starts to stable and it just doesn't feel like a lot's happened, then I'll try to get me started because it needs to happen eventually. Like, I'm almost 21, so I mean, there's some people, like one of my friends I know, she was one of us where I think she didn't get a license till I think also her early 20s. And so that makes me feel a little better knowing that I am not the only late driver here that isn't licensed yet. And all that, which, I'm not like, hey, I don't feel like I'm guilty or anything about it, but I'll tell you, it takes a lot of effort just to get to a decentable point and all that. But yeah, with me for the days I work, 'cause like I said, I only work 2 days a week out of like the full work week, which is awesome. Um, but yeah, for me though, I'm usually having to be up at like 6:15. Just so that way I can get changed, tie my hair up, make sure I've got everything in my bag that I need to get, and then eat breakfast, and then be sure I'm taking my medication, and just all the simple little things, and then be out the door by like 8:40. So that way, because usually I try to leave about 20 minutes early just to be there on time. Because, you know, it's good to show up a good couple minutes early than you showing up directly on time because then technically you're being late. Because we all know that. Because if you show up directly at your start time, technically you are technically late. Like, I already learned this prior. And so, yeah. Hey there, Nick. I can tell that you're new. So welcome. How are you doing? But yeah, and so, um, yeah, so that's usually me and work schedule and even how I try to do all that. But yeah, but yeah, so um yeah, anyway. Um but yeah, that's basically kind of what my that's kind of a little bit of what my little behind the scenes that's kind of what behind the scenes of me getting ready for work looks like. And then kind of what it looks like getting off, like kind of for me what it looks like my after work schedule, like after like for me before I leave, kind of what that looks like is for right now, I usually stop what the heck I'm doing by the 10-minute mark. So for me, right now, I usually kind of stop. I kind of just call it. I usually call it a day by 12:50 in the afternoon, so that way I can go back to the warehouse building where a lot of that's where even I keep like all my things at because we have like a couple of shelves where there's like bins of donations, like bins that have like different items that donations go into. And then there's one spot where nothing's there much, and um I usually directly put my bag and my water bottle and all the things I have on hand there, so that way it's in a safe spot and nothing happens to it. But also I have it in a good spot to where I can get access to some of it if I need like for example my water bottle or something or my jacket, it's there. And I'm not having to do a whole lot. And so and really I just take out really the things that really are needed, like my water bottle and all that. 'Cause y'all, oh, and I will say, I'm proud of myself, y'all. I will say this. Like, today, hang on, let me get up. Oh, and my boyfriend's officially on break for the next hour. I just realized that too, as we're speaking. I need to see how he's doing here in a minute. Hopefully he's doing well. Um, but something, I mean, right now it's not really, I know, actually it's almost at the point, but I will tell you because literally when I got off work, y'all, I will tell you, I was proud of myself, y'all, because it went up to down here. Now where it's at right now because this was from earlier though. But excuse me. But it was like probably a little good almost down here. Like I was actually freaking proud of how much. Like I was actually proud of how much even water I drank too throughout. Because kind of y'all what I do is every time because all the time because y'all kind of what it looks like even through like a workday look alike is sometimes I am back and forth from being in the store to the warehouse building and then back. So literally I'm back and forth. And sometimes that's because either I am doing stuff like I'm grabbing items and restocking it to display. Sometimes I'm also back there because I might be doing stuff in that area, you know. And so, and even when we kind of come back and forth from doing what I'm needing to do, what I'm needing to be doing at that time, what I also do is I take the minute. I literally take those couple, like a couple minutes that I'm in there and I start staying hydrated, y'all. Like, I literally start drinking a good couple of sips, so that way, because, y'all, I'll say this now, I do not wanna be the one coworker that does not remember to freaking drink water on shift and faint. But also, especially in this heat, y'all, like, y'all, it's 95 for saying that too, over here. Like, it's insane. Like, where I live, it's basically 95 degrees out. Good heavens. And even it was so humid today too. And so, yeah, exactly. Like, y'all, in my state, oh, y'all, in my state, the heat gets crazy and all that. Like, it's wild. And so, um, yep, I'm a female. Yeah, some of y'all think I'm not, which, what the heck? Y'all, look at the ponytail. I must look kind of crazy. But it's also because my hair's a lot shorter too, so even you can't really tell a good instant because it goes to like here. I mean, it's to a length where I can tie it back, but yeah, if you look at this, which I'll show it, then you'll know and all that. And so, but it's okay. Trust me. You didn't know. So, trust me, there's been a couple people that have thought I was a dude too. So you're not the only one who's done it. They're human. That's a cool name. So trust me, you're totally good. You're not in trouble or anything. You just didn't know. And and let me say that's a good point too, is hey, we're human and we don't know sometimes, which is totally fine. You know. You make it pretty Oh, I'm laughing at that. Oh, I'm laughing at that. Hmm. I don't know, be a dude, but yeah, I mean, I was proud of myself because literally, y'all, like water wise, I literally went down here. Like, I went to almost kind of toward the end. I mean, I went to not like we're not like this level, like not where it's at right now, but like maybe a good little half. So if you take maybe that off, that's probably how well I did. Like I almost went almost directly toward like I was maybe a good few inches from it being completely white in there, which is pretty good. And I mean, because also, y'all, the thing with me is when I'm back and forth like that, when I get the when I get the chance, I am war breaking almost every time I am heading toward um our little warehouse building at my place. Like I am war drinking like I'm supposed to and all that. And I'm taking care of myself while on the job and not just trying to endure it. Enforcement and because there's people that can try to that just try to endure it and not think about it and they just faint. You know, I'm not trying to turn into the person. And especially since I'm an epileptic, y'all, and I get um really bad dizzy spells just already from my medication that I'm on. That just only but it's also because of the surgery I had to, like, a long time ago, affecting a bunch of that, and so, I don't want that already being an issue, and I think at one point I feel like I was having an episode, but I was shocked I was able just to power through it. Don't know how I even did that too. But um yeah, let me look through my comment section too. Um yeah. Did you see food? No, I did not. There. Salted, I did say that. I did not. And so, um, yeah, oh, it's hot in here now. Oh, yeah, it's only 77 in Colorado. That's crazy. Um, and so, um, yeah, and so, I mean, I'm pretty good about, like, hydrating, especially at work and all that. Because, like I said, I'm not trying to be liable for me fainting on the freaking ground and all that. And so, and like I said, for someone like me who, um, is prone to dizzy episodes and all that due to um, side effects from a surgery a long time ago, but also from medications I take for my epilepsy. Because some of you know that I'm a 20-year epileptic survivor, but some of you don't because you're new here. And for some of you that are new here, I'll say it, y'all. I call myself that, y'all, because y'all, there's my story is powerful. I'll just say that. Because I went through a lot just to get to where I'm at today. And it started when I was basically a baby, so I was about a good maybe a couple months old when, or at least directly when I was born, is when we found out that I got diagnosed with epilepsy at maybe a couple months old because my parents noticed I was having seizures and didn't know why, and at some point they were able to find out that I, in fact, got diagnosed with epilepsy at like literally as a baby. And as months were going by and just seizures would get crazy and just you would do everything and try every single thing you can think of. Um I mean I mean I do take meds to this day, but at the time other meds and stuff weren't doing the trick. Or they weren't or they wouldn't hold enough to where my own body could take it. And so at one point in my life, when I was almost 2 years old, so on September 4th, 2007, I went under an intense, I say intense because it was. I went under an intense brain surgery just to save my life and have a chance at living. And after that surgery, doctors literally said that there could be chances of me not maybe possibly being able to walk, talk, speak, jog, skip, anything, or even hold a job or um, graduate high school, drive a car, or anything y'all can think of, like even adult wise things too, like or even live on my own. And y'all, I'm proud to say I'm just proud to say this. 20 years later, I still say 20 because I'm 20, but 20 years later, I am walking, I'm talking, I am doing all the things that doctors said would not be likely. So, for example, I like to this day now, I'm proud to say that I have a job. I'm literally living my life. Like, I'm literally living the life out here. Like, I have a job now. I have a boyfriend who loves me and has been truly amazing to me. And I graduated high school about 2 years ago. And, and just, I'm just surrounded by amazing friends who love me for me and not for the little things. And even my boyfriend's the same point too. Like I have a boyfriend who loves me not just for me, but for all of it and all that. And so yeah, and so I'm thankful and even to this day, I mean of course I'll still get seizures regardless, but they won't be like as frequent as they once did. Cause y'all, they were chaotically frequent when I was younger. But I'm thankful now they're not really as frequent because of the medication I take. Even though they give me side effects. See, and just I hate when I'm having to go through some of those. I just hate when I go through them. But um for me right now, I mean, even right now I've been trying to see about other options to be at least to where I can still be on the meds and not worry and not fear about my seizure history relapsing on me, but just kind of doing what I can because I still wanna feel not like I'm in pain anymore, but also I just don't want to keep feeling, especially on the job. I really don't want to have to deal with my daily spills chaotically. Like, I really don't want to have to deal with my freaking side effects on the job. Like, I kind of already once have had to sit down once at work already for a couple minutes just because of an episode starting, literally on the job, and just I felt miserable. Because, y'all, I mean, usually whenever I have these, I feel like crap for like the first maybe few minutes to maybe an hour. It just varies a lot. And I usually do not like them. And I also, with these, get really bad headaches as well. Not migraines, but I just get intense headaches just from just, and a lot of these now really relate to my brain surgery because I'm kind of learning more about it too. But it's also my day meds as well. But all that matters though is they don't do anything like they don't mess with my seizures, thankfully. So that's the one plus about it. But the cons are the side effects kill me to drive me insane. So yeah. Anyway, um, but yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, and so um, yeah, it's crazy. I will tell you guys that. Hmm. Surgery is serious business. Yes, it is serious. I will tell you that there, Cooper. Yeah, and I will say, especially it's serious, especially when you're younger, like, especially when you're like my age at that time, aka almost a 2-year old, because I was a month before I was two at that time. So little me had to get put under. But hey, I'm thankful to this day that and I'll say this, if I think about it, if I'll say it this way though, y'all. If I probably did not do that surgery, y'all, when I was little, God, y'all, God, who knows what right now would have been looking like. Like, in my head, it probably would have been way chaotic and way hard to even put up with a job or drive or really do anything on my own. But I'm just thankful because now I'm somewhat pain free, but I mean, I still get the side effect portion, which still is a pain in the gut, but everything else is pain free regardless, other than that. And even I started getting to the point where and even just, it's crazy. But, y'all, it's crazy. And so, and all that. Hey there, Kara, that's a cool name. You're so pretty, so proud of you. Thanks, I very appreciate it. I'm happy you have a boyfriend who loves you with your friends. Thanks, Cooper. And yes, I'm thankful to have a boyfriend who is happy for me, but also but also I'm thankful to have a boyfriend who's supportive and is always there when I'm having a bad day. And like if I'm having a bad day at work or if I'm just having a bad day in general, or if I'm just having a side effect day where one or both my side effects are doing it at me, I will tell him usually about it because he's someone. I mean, he's one of my people I'm comfortable going to, because even he knows a little bit about my background a little bit and all that. And so, and it's also, it's also good even to be talking to your partner when you're going through something because they're there for you. And so, yeah, I'm just thankful that he's the boyfriend that will not judge me for it. He will not act like a fool and tell me to grow up. I'm thankful he's the man that will say, "I hope you feel better, baby girl. I love you." And I'm just thankful that he's the person that will be with me by my side through thick and thin. Not once in 2 years he's ever given up in those moments. And I'm proud. I'm proud to call him mine at the end of the day. And I'm just proud that God gave me a person who understands me and who actually gets the whole point. But also, I'm thankful that I have a person that actually understands what his title of his job means and not, So, for example, I'll tell you guys, there's some men these days that act like boys here. And I'll say this, there's a difference between the two. A boy acts like a freaking kid, but also acts like a freaking idiot of himself because he does none of the right stuff and doesn't know how to go to you in situations. A man knows how to act mature enough to be there for you when you need him the most. He'll be by your side through thick and thin, and he will understand you. If you are in a situation where, let's say you're dealing with friend stuff and you need somebody to yell, oh, not really yell at, but if you need like somebody who you're trying to get something out of your head and you don't know who to go to, I can go to my man and be like, I tell him what's happening. Like I've had to go to him a couple times to a couple of friend scenarios, and one of the points I actually kind of had to freaking lose my temper, not at him but at them because of what I was seeing, because it was like live first thing and just all the things, and so, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy, and so, um, yeah, so. Who else have I not read? But who else have I not read? Let's see here. What's the different? Um, maybe to answer that question there. Um, difference between. Well, I can probably say the difference maybe between the two is maybe how they act. I'll just shortly put it that way to read it. And all that. And so, hey there. Let's see. There's not enough good people like you and him. Thanks. And yeah, I know. And I will say this. There's not there's not that many couples out there these days that have what my boyfriend and I both have, where we both are there for each other through tough times, we're a couple where we both have not really been in decentable relationships where we've been treated the same in the way that we want to be treated, you know? Like I mean, I was in a situation before he and I came in the picture, and at first that person was good to me for the first few months, but then turned into a boy, aka a jerk. But that's what exes do. And that's what a boy is someone who acts normal at first, but then will act like a total idiot, as if they're a kid. Unlike a man, they will never switch modes on you. The only modes they will have is they will understand how you feel and like they will be happy, protective, and they will actually do their job correctly. So for instance, if someone is making you crazy or if someone is bullying you to the point where you do not feel safe but you don't know who to go to, well, your man can go to that person himself and tell he or she to quit it. Because y'all, men do not mess around. They do not play. When they hear that their girl literally is either getting hit on by a dude or they're dealing with a whole different friend situation and they're almost crying in your arms. Kind of a deal. And all that. And they also can get into fight or flight mode quicker than you think they can. And also go and they will be protective of you and they will protect you so they don't, y'all, even that's the best part about men is they protect you really well than boys can. Boys don't even know how to because of their minds up here. Unlike a man, their mind will know it because they've seen and known firsthand, okay, this is what you do. And y'all, and I will say this, every time that I've just been with my man and he and I have just been cuddling and all that and I'm just in his arms, I can feel the sense and just rewind. Like I'm in his arms to the point where I feel everything in me silence. And I can feel that I'm safe and that nothing isn't going to happen to me at the moment because I am with somebody who will fight for me regardless of what he's doing. And I can trust what he's doing. Because if I was not trusting what my person's doing, okay, different reacting in that situation. And so, yeah. Let me see what else my comments I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay. Chloe, welcome back. How are you doing? I see you're on my comments. Who else here? I have an ex-husband. He threats me so bad even when we were divorced. I still gave him food. He didn't even give me what. Wow. I am so sorry, B, that you had to go through that. Wow. That's sad. I swear. Thanks. Yes, and I'll tell you guys, he's been an amazing partner ever since. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful to feel trusted enough. And y'all, I will say this too. It it is sometimes hard to trust certain people these days too, especially with what's happening nowadays with a bunch of chaos. And with my person, I can instantly trust him. To know I'm in safe hands and knowing that I can trust him with anything, whether if it's something's on my mind or if something's on my mind but I'm trying to figure out who to say it to, and I feel like a friend of mine might not get it, I can feel trust enough that he'll know what he's doing. But also, I can trust him to where just anything were to happen, he's there and will be there for me regardless of what's going on and all the things. And so, um, yep, that's me there and all that. Let's see here. It's important to understand what exactly. Yeah, because like for example, I can trust my person. Like I said, it's rare to trust somebody. Like it doesn't have to be a dude. It can also be a female. It can be anybody nearby. Like I mean, of course your parents you can trust half the time. Like I can trust my parents enough to know that I know what they're doing. But yeah, especially with your own partner. That's the main person out of like your friends and all that too. I mean, of course, your friends and your partner both are people that you really want to look at, but especially your partner is the main person to watch for to know, okay, do I trust him or her to know what they're doing? Or do I see this as like, okay, I see this as a threat going on? And y'all, I'm a Libra, and y'all, thing about Libras here is we will know if someone is stupid after really close sitting in onto that person and seeing and reacting at them. Like it's almost like we're hunting them down almost, but not really. It's just kind of like we almost hunt head to toe, almost detective mode. Is like, okay, is this person trustable in knowing what they're doing is right or not? Some people might will just sneakily not show it, but some people can do it dirty and not show it that well. And so that's how you know pretty well. And so, um, yeah, and even I'm thankful that I can trust my partner enough to know that if something's on my mind or if I'm thinking about something but I don't know how to word stuff, I can go to him and ask him and see if he what's on, what's are his thoughts on it cuz they'll tell you the honest truth, not the opposite of that. But also but also let's say you have like friends in your life that you don't feel comfortable sharing how you feel about things, go to your partner cuz like I said, like mine, like I can go to mine and feel comfortable to say how I feel to them. Like if there's a day I don't feel myself, like I'm having some of my side effects here from my epilepsy, or if I feel like crap, or if parts of me are like, why do I, and parts of me want to start saying things that aren't true to myself, he will correct me and help me out and know that I'm the total opposite of what I'm thinking or doing at the moment. Like y'all, as an example of that, for instance, a couple months ago, when it hit the 4-year anniversary of my Nana's passing, because some of you don't know this, but some of you that are returning here, my Nana on my dad's side passed away 4 years ago from the late stages of dementia, and it was sad because y'all, I was a 16-year-old girl, a sophomore in high school, knowing that my one set of grandparents were not going to be there to physically see me graduate. And it was hard. I'm not going to lie. Like it would be. And all that. Like I took it kind of hard a little bit and all that. But, they were everything for 16 years of my life at that point. And so, um even um even I was telling my person about it, and he I will say this though, like even I was off and on crying this day too, because I realized it was close to getting to like the 2 week mark or so of it, and oh, I was back and forth from crying to everything's being normal and stable, and then just backing at it. And even I was telling him what was going on, and y'all, he said the most heartfelt little medium-sized paragraph at me. Like, this is probably the second time I feel like he's at least texted like a good enough a paragraph and just saying everything at me. Like, just pull, doing what he's supposed to do. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but literally it was great. Like, actually, I'll pull it up and read it to you guys. So give me a second to pull it up. But I swear, like, but I mean, it was crazy also. I'm just thankful that he understood where I was coming from. And even from what I've told him about everything. Hang on. Let me. Okay. See, yeah, we gotta get my notes there. Okay, so here's what it says. Now, sorry, I was getting it pulled up. So it says here that must. I'm saying it wrong, but he said that honestly sounds. That honestly sounds really heavy, and I hate that you had to feel all of that at once. It makes sense though. Grief can hit like that out of nowhere. I'm really glad you told me. Hang on. And I'm here. I'm gonna read that part again because my iPad automatically shut off. So I'm gonna read that little sentence again. It makes sense though. Grief can hit like that out of nowhere. I'm really glad you told me and I'm here for you through the next couple of weeks. Okay, y'all. Oh, this makes me wanna cry. Just rethinking all that. Cause y'all, that's just what I mean right there. Like, right there, just said it to me. And knowing that that very last sentence of what he said to me that day hit me. Like, whew, it's something. But knowing that, he was there even the day of. And y'all, and even he's also a boyfriend that's supportive of me. Even times like that like even if there's times like of certain events in my life that get hard for me to recap around. And yeah, it's hard, y'all, but at the same time having um especially an amazing partner that understands what you went through and all that is one thing. But also, um yeah, it's crazy, y'all. So, yeah, it's incredible. And so, um, and so, um, yeah, trust is important because it's sometimes hard to even trust anybody these days of what's been going on out there and all that. Yes, we are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the danger in us is literally if any. It also doesn't go just for partners. Like, let's say if you're, let's say us Libras are in a situation where our friends, or let's say there's drama just happening between something, let's say that might have happened in the past, but they're bringing it back up. Like, I've had to have that happen to me a couple times at me, and oh, y'all, I will tell you this, like, for reference, a couple of friends of mine, let's just say one of them I was friends with for 10 years, but then a couple days or a day or so came up, and let's say she showed her actual true colors. And y'all, the plus for this is she's a Cancer, for reference. Um, for reference, and they say Cancers are the caring sign here. Sometimes it kind of can be a little off guard, but not every Cancer does. But um, yeah, and the kind of story with that is one day she and my best friend were just talking like normal because even she's gotten to know my best friend because I've introduced her to um this person. And One and all of a sudden at one point they were talking normal, and then all of a sudden this girl had the audacity to bring me up and start false shaming me of things that aren't true. Like, for example, saying things that weren't true, like, saying things that, like, for example, like, lines of, like, "Oh, I'm not there for her," or anything, or just anything crazy, ridiculous that would come up. Stuff like that. She was saying toward my best friend, and my best friend knows how I am. And she was telling her. And then my best friend told me about what was going on. I was about half ticked off at everything that she did. And I immediately blocked her and everybody because I could not do that anymore. And, oh my God. And then another friend situation was one of my friends I've known since middle school. He and Me and him were like back and forth where he would be kind of dumb, but that's middle schoolers, y'all. And I at one point had him blocked for a freaking year because of something he did. And then after that, he was completely fine and mature enough ish all the way through high school. And then most recently, let's just say he and my best friend also were talking because even he knew her too. Because again, he met her because we all three were in the same high school together until I transferred my senior year, like my second semester of my senior year. Um, and so, um, yeah, it was pretty crazy there. And so, um, yeah, it's pretty wild. My dang throat cut, dang. And so it's pretty crazy. But, um, yeah. And so it was crazy. But, um, yeah. So, anyway, um, yeah, it was wild. And so, yeah, and then a couple other friends were similar to a couple of their situations, but like 10 times worse toward it. And at one point, the first two friends I just now explained to you guys about, okay, let's just say most recently, like a good while back ago, like a few weeks ago, um, it was just one normal day, everything was going good. And at one point, one of them, one of these people out of the two, had the freaking audacity to put me in a dang group chat with her, this other dude that's also a part of this situation. Well, that's also the next victim. And then my boyfriend and my best friend and a couple other people of ours. And y'all, I was not. Mm-mm-mm. And Libras, I'll say this too. Us Libras do not put up a drama. We don't. Even I don't. So even I can also explain why how I handle drama too half the time. The bad drama, except for good ones. But yeah, so even they can explain why I am the way I am today with chaos like that. And so every time y'all that would happen, I instantly left and tried to block that group chat because I was not. Mm-mm. I had no time for it today. Nuh-uh. Yo, I never have time for anything like that. Nuh-uh. So I'm like, okay, y'all can go and do what you want, but I'm not being a part of this. End of story. And then I literally constantly, because even I told my boyfriend and a few other friends about her too, so that way they know. So, because and I had them be sure to block her too, so she isn't trying to tell them and saying it to me and trying to force me back, because now she knows what she did. She did me dirty after 10 years. That's kind of dumb. And they say that when you're friends with somebody for 10 plus years, that literally just means y'all's friendship will last and all that. And because I remembered hearing it somewhere. about that, and we were right around that 10, almost 11-year mark, and yeah, it was stupid, y'all. And at one point, um, yeah, it was stupid because and even I told my boyfriend like, what, and I told him whatever you do, do not even try to interact with that group chat because she put me, and I was letting him know, and even my best friend know, hey, whatever you do, do not try to get involved. Just don't. Because I don't want him going into the next minute just get gain on me. And at one point, and I was just updating them too, kind of what was happening too. I'm like, anytime they were trying to come back, I'm telling them both. Like, even I'll tell my boyfriend instant. And y'all, even he even called me too at one point, like an hour before we were supposed to. And I was so thankful. And let me say this, I was so thankful that he was on the phone with me because at one point in the freaking middle, at one point in the middle of us just talking all that, and us just kind of just talking like normal, that group chat gets remade once again, and oh, y'all should have seen me at that point because y'all, I about literally lost it. Like, I lost it probably more than y'all think I would. Like, I literally was ticked. Cause it was stupid. Like, it was hideous. Like, I swear, she could have wasted her own time doing something completely different than what she did there. And made me mad to where I almost was yelling. Like she got me freaking mad to the point where I was literally almost like I was yelling, but not yelling to the point where it's echoing the walls, but enough to where it's in my own head. Like I about lost it. And even my boyfriend had to hear it. I will say that too. He had to encounter me. And you know, and I will say this. And I will tell you this. I will say this though. I am proud that he did well for for just handling my craziness there, but hey, it's because of what was happening, and I didn't like that it was happening, and they were just wasting their own dang time, and y'all, for the 20 years I've lived, if friends are just gonna try to bring a lot of that back, ugh, don't trust your gut. Do not, because if they try to do it to you again, I'm not risking it no more. And honestly, yo, a ri- I'm not someone who's a risk taker here. I'll say that most and foremost. I'm not, which is good because you should never be a risk taker for anything because you never know what you're gonna get into. And who y'all should have seen me on that day. It was wild though. But let me see what's my chat saying because I know I'm. Hey there, Rebecca. I can tell that you're new, so welcome. Oh wait. Oh, it's taking me a second. Ari, I think that's who I'm looking at, right? Yeah, I think I do remember you. It's just taking me a minute because I get so many new people in here. Welcome. B. Hey, I see you're back. There. Let's see. Yeah. That's wonderful to hear that you found someone like that. Yeah. Let's see here. Um, defend, defective, decrease because Facebook reviewed. Get the next text. Great. You will. You're great. Your greatest for transfer office. Mia, welcome back. Yeah, I do remember you. How are you doing? Hey there, Tread. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm just looking through the chat. Oh, my throat. Good lord. Mm, Jeez. It's crazy. Um, when did I see you're new? I think. So welcome. The Hey there. Fitness, I can see. I think you're new with me, I think. I'm just looking through the chat, y'all. Person I see, you're new here. We're just talking about all kinds of stuff, so that's what's going on at the moment. Yeah. I mean, y'all should get how friends can be. Um, the yeah. Cosmo, I see you're new too, I think, as well. Jesus, the way the truth. Oh, that's a good verse. Oh my gosh, Cosmo, that's a good verse right there. I've heard that one so much. That's a good one. So, can let's see. Hey there. Oh gosh, how do I say it? Let's see. Why are you? Nothing. We're just talking about all kinds of stuff. There to answer your question. Fitness. Okay, now we're getting caught up. Do you believe? Yes. Yes, I believe in the Lord. I mean, plus, yeah, I'm a Christian, so why wouldn't I be believing in Him? Be me. But I'd rather be believing in God than not. You know. And so, anywho, um, yeah. Also, but what? Okay, some of these are almost like I don't know what detailed response I'm looking at. That's crazy. But um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so, um, yeah, hang on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was going to the bathroom and I was also texting my boyfriend to ask him to see how work's been going for him so far and also to let him know to have a great rest of his shift since he's now back in at it and he was on his break for like an hour. And so I just sent him a text and so that way he knew that I came in and not seems like I forgot about him, you know. Because a lot of times, the days I know that he gets breaks, I do text him a little bit during his break on some days that I know that he's scheduled for breaks and see how he's doing and all that. Like a girlfriend would do. And so I went ahead and just did a little something before he went back out there so that way he knew that I cared. Which he gets it though. And so he's not really the hate victim that would go after me. But just some a little, you know what, just so he knows and all that. And so, yeah. And here's my electric brush. It's weird. Uh, Lee, what the heck? Oh my god. Lee, are you insane or something? I'm just gonna say that. Are you crazy? God, I don't know what people are doing, but I swear you're insane. You know, it's kind of a creep right there. But, yeah, let's go 16 likes in here. A big shout out to everyone who's been pitching in. That is very, very helpful for showing the YouTube algorithm that we are a good stream on here and that y'all love what you're seeing and not, you know, just doing all the crazies. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Oh my gosh, I am so itchy. But, yeah, I'm impressed. I've been wearing my hair like this ever since work this morning. So funny. I keep it is so funny. Even I still keep I'm still in my freaking work attire. So, but the best part is it's a t-shirt and shorts, so I can still wear it. It's not like I'm in a uniform and shorts, which that would have been a little more crazier. Um, yeah. Hey there, Leon. I can tell that you're new here, so welcome. How are you doing? I know it's my throat killing me. Um, but yeah. And so, Brahma, oh my gosh, it's been a minute. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, how are you doing? It's been a minute since you've been here. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well and all that. And so, yeah, and for anyone else who's in here, hopefully y'all are doing good too and all that. But we're just hanging out for a bit and all that. But I mean, y'all, I am so glad that, huh, I'm glad to be done with work for the day because I'm exhausted. But I mean, I'm not really exhausted now. See, I can't speak. That's kind of what your work brain does, though. It's like, you're saying a lot, it's like your brain will start slipping. Just because it's like, and I'm only 20. Just thinking all that's like, dear God. I'm just thinking there's a lot that's coming in here, and it's like, good God, I'm only 20, trying to think everything. All the things. Which, I mean, a lot of us at work can relate to that. It's like, goodness, you know? Um, but, yeah. And so, yeah. Anywho, um, Meaning you and your boyfriend. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? He's to answer your question, he's doing good. He is working right now. Um, but yeah, he's working right now for another eight, another 3 more hours, and then he'll be officially off work for the rest of the night, and then he'll be back in swing tomorrow. Then I'll be off tomorrow. But he's been doing good though from the last time that you've been on here and all that. He's working his tail off hard like he is always, and I'm proud of him for that. Which he's the one who makes me proud. Every day to say that, and he's continued to make me proud ever since, and I'm thankful for that. And so, yeah, yes, I'm 20 for everyone that does ask me with age. Some parts of me might not look 20, but hey, sometimes sometimes it's fine to sometimes it's okay to look a little younger, even if you don't look like the exact age. And plus, age is just a number, all right? So, not just by appearance. You can look at some people can look at y'all can look at some. I'm not saying y'all will, but some people can look at me and think I'm like 16 or something. When reality is nope. I am like 4 times the age of that and all that. But hey, that's sometimes a good thing though. It's sometimes a good thing to look a couple years younger. But hey, that's better than looking way older. I will say that. Cause ugh, yeah, imagine that. Just so good, you know. But I really don't even have a big deal in my own self with me even appearing like that, and I don't even see that as just appearance or anything. I'm not any of us that would think that or get thrown off by it. And so, um, yeah. But yeah. So, um, yeah. And that's cool, Ursula, with your age. Nice. Yep, I'm 20 those. Let's see, something. Eight. Gosh. Yeah, she's 20 something, and that's so funny. Oh, wow. Oh, you're 22? That's cool. Nice. That is so cool. There, body. I'm just gonna call you that because that's what I'm seeing on your name. So we're just gonna call you that until I know something. That's pretty cool. You only exactly. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, thank you so much, Eva. I appreciate your comment. When I was your age, I was not aware the word of the world. My mom thought that I would get hurt. Oh, I'll tell you, me at 20, I will say this. Me at 20, I'm learning a good bit of things. Like right now, like I finally have a job at 20, like the first time in 4 years of attempting that to happen, and I'm liking it. And I'm thankful I'm actually in a good job environment where everyone's been treating me well, like they should be, and all that. And even my first year, like actual adulthood, not by law of adulthood, like even I'm learning um everything slowly, one step at a time, and not rushing it. And even I have amazing parents who know what they're doing and all that. Especially my dad's really good at knowing a good variety of stuff and all that. Even like knowing how certain things work and just what to expect and all that. And even yeah, and even me just in the job field also that learning just how cool it is and just you know getting paid and just kind of learning how a lot of that works. Like for some of you in here, I literally got paid on the 15th and I get paid and I actually just found out that the next deadline that I get paid is a week from today. So I literally get paid literally on the 29th. It basically so kind of what's cool is and I will say this, the way that like I was calling. So that's why it's gonna keep she might be doing that a few times. I need to let her know in a minute. But so that's why I need to text her a second. But um all that. And so um hang on, let's see. Can you shout me out? Hey there, Harper. Definitely a big shout out for you being new here. How are you doing? Sorry, I was letting my friend know something. Um, I'm aware she. Yeah, I know you are. Let me go up here real quick. Let me see what I missed since I was checking that. Um, yeah, and so um, let me come up here real quick. It's good. Hang on, I'm just going up to see where I left off, just so that way I can. Can you only 20 something? I saw that part. You're so okay. I saw your comment. Hang on. But okay, that's what I saw too. I'm just trying to see where I was at, so that way. Oh, here we go, right here. This is where I left off. Sorry, I was finding where I left off, so that way I can catch up to the chat. Um, Robin, to answer your question, um, my job's going pretty well. I'm officially on week 4 now of working, and it's going well. It's tiring, but I love what I do. I mean, I love what I do, but also I get very tired afterward, like any of us would. But it's been going well. Just learning everything and just having fun with it. And I like what I do and all that. And everybody is really nice there, and I'm thankful to be around people who are nice and not disrespectful towards me whatsoever, which I'm thankful for that. And so, um, do you think being live on stream can affect your mental health? Maybe a 50-50. It just depends on how bad your mental health is. Like if yours is bad to where certain like seeing someone's comment is affecting you emotionally and physically and mentally to where you start just second guessing every single word, okay, different story. But if it's to where okay, you can just read something and then act like you didn't see it, okay. Like for instance, like there can be maybe a time or two where um like there can at least be a time or two where what was I thinking? But there can be like a time or two where I'm reading comments like normal like I'm doing right now and sometimes somebody can be coming in here being disrespectful and I'm not the person directly that reads a comment and starts crying over it. I just read through that and act like I didn't and just carry on. I just acted like, okay, I just read something very I the best way to think about it y'all is it's almost I just act like I'm reading gibberish. That's the best way to put it. Because, it's just helpful. Because, then you don't think, oh shoot, you just read something completely out of character, you know? So I just act like someone's talking gibberish in the chat. That's kind of the way I think about it. And not think about me being off guard with it. And so, yeah. Harper. So yeah, that's how you doing. You're in here. Her job is good and her boyfriend's working now. Do you like your job? Yes, I do. There. Um, what am I looking at? Brahma. Yeah, Brahma, to answer your question, I do. I'm not talking about him. But yeah, I do like my job. It's amazing. I don't know what my friend is wanting me to. But anyway, um, my parents are nice. That's good. Which they should be nice to you, or else that'd be a whole different story there. I will say. Hey Harper, how are you doing? I'm aware. y- Yeah, Brahma's aware that I'm taken. He knows that. First and foremost, he knows that. Can you send? Can you sort me out? Can you shut me? Oh, there you go. I did. Okay. So yeah, I just read your comment. Okay, cool. I've known her. Yeah, he's known me for a good while since I started doing content. Since I started streaming at least on here. In which I've done 60. I've been doing content on here for 6 years. For those of you that ever wonder how long I've been doing YouTube on here, so it's been that long, honestly. Just crazy to believe. And so I'm just telling her, yeah. Okay, oh my gosh. Hey Thomas, welcome back. How are you doing? Hmm. Okay, mm. Ursula, don't take that. Don't really take it. He didn't know. Trust me. He hasn't been on here in a while. That's why. All right, so let's not go there. I'll just say that now, just so we don't, because I don't want to even try. I'll just kind of friendly remind that real quick. This goes for really anybody. Don't try to start stuff in here if I were me. Bug, I see you're new. Welcome. Let's see. Do you think Lee, to answer your question, it's kind of 50-50 on that one. Let's see. Hi, how is your day? My day's going good. How about yours there, Bug? Let's see. Nick. Oh, okay, that comment I'm gonna go towards. See. Okay, I'm not saying it just in case it turns out something stupid. Let me see. Let's see. Amber, I see. I can tell that you're new, so welcome. Let's see here. Nick, I am not. I'll just say this in a manner here. I am not, first of all, acting crazy. I'm actually doing what's actually right in this chat and said by me personally, in which everybody else in my chat knows how I do it here, just so you know. And plus I'm a 21-year-old, not 20, I keep saying 20 because I'm almost 21. A 20, I'm talking too fast. I'm a 20-year-old woman here, so you got to be careful who you're talking to. Sorry, I'm getting way too caught up, but I'm also talking too fast too, so that's why I kept saying 21 twice. When that's like 4 months away. Don't act like I just said that though. Anyway, and so what was I reading just now? I'm a Nick, I will say this most and foremost, he's amazing and he's been nothing but amazing to me, and I'm thankful to be blessed to have him. And he's actually an amazing partner. So if I were you, I'm gonna pay attention to everyone else who actually respects me here. No offense. Because I don't have time to be starting stuff. Just know that. See, y'all, that's where the Libra energy comes out right there. Is I don't always have time to mess with people like that, you know? I just don't. So, just to say that. What's my favorite? Ooh. Um, one of my favorite games? Um, well, that's a probably Roblox. If okay, I'll say this. If I said video game wise, Roblox, but there's so many games in Roblox that are there. And then if I said any game that was not video game based, I probably, gosh, I don't know. There's so many good games that are outside of video gaming. And so, hang on. Yeah, that's what I will say. Anyway, well, that's cool. I'm 22. I'm just done with people. I'm not in a good environment. Trying to be nice. Let's see here. First off, the age 21 is what is considered illegal by age as an adult, not 20. Other states might look different, but it's actually 20. Uh, sorry, my boyfriend just texted me through freaking TikTok, even though he's at work. Oh my god. Okay, that just made my day. Once, right there. My gosh. Sorry, he literally just made my day right there. That's funny. He just texted me. He just texted me through TikTok, just texted me and said that he literally just texted me and said, "Hi, baby. And he was telling me that he loved me." Ah, y'all. That's what I mean. I'm proud to call him mine because he's that good to me. Ah, I even had to catch that alive too, which is funny. Oh my god, that's crazy. I cannot get that out of my head. I don't know what is happening to some of my friends here. But yeah, it's crazy. Well, I will say this. People stop growing at like 18, but some might be shorter than that. Like y'all, I stopped growing at 14. I will say that now. Like I will say this. I stopped growing at 14 cuz I got diagnosed with scoliosis around that timeline. But I mean, I found out I stopped growing at 14 cuz I also had scoliosis on top of that. So yeah, so I stopped growing at 5'3". And y'all, I swear people do not mess around. Just saying. Like I ain't messing around. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, I almost caught up this dang chat. Mm. Yeah, I'm 5'3". Yeah, if you don't know how tall I am, that's how tall I am. It's 5'3". I'm a mid shorty, I call myself, y'all, because it's not too short, but it's not too tall either. 5'2" and under is like short, short. But 5'3" is like that medium short height where it's like decentable, you know. Um, let's see. What's your name? Beverlyn, you're so good. You're definitely okay there. That's a cool name, by the way. Let's see. What else do I see your name here? Hey there, Lori. That's a cool name. How you doing? To answer your question, I'm 20. I may not. For some people will look at me and think I'm not, but I'm. 20. But I can see myself looking like I'm 20. But I really don't. I really do not care about my appearance, though. Sticking the tail just for some loser. Not thinking I'm she. Anyway, let's chat. Your boyfriend isn't here. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Hmm. Oh, I remembered what senior year was like. Oh gosh. I'll tell you, it was a fun year. For me, I mean, it was a fun year, but also the same year for me, it was kind of crazy because I ended up, probably the saddest thing about my senior year was I transferred schools the second semester, just because this house here was already done because we built this house. And so, and originally wasn't supposed to be done till hoping May, June by the time I graduated. And I didn't have to hope not to transfer. And y'all, sometimes, I will say, sometimes builders can sometimes get your house done quicker than you think they can. And they were somehow efficient enough to somehow get it done twice as early to where I had to transfer schools halfway into the year, which sucked. Honestly, it did. And it was really hard for me, honestly, because knowing I wasn't going to get to graduate with all my friends plus my boyfriend at the same time was hard enough. But I was luckily thankful enough I was able to make it to see them graduate, and I still felt like I graduated with them that day. Even if I was not on the stage with them, I still felt like I graduated that day with them. I still call myself a grad on that day, on their day, regardless. Because even though I graduated like a week and a half before they did, that still does not mean I'm still a grad with them, regardless. Because we all graduated 24 in 2024. Let's see. Yes, of course I do. Oh my gosh. I have been hearing that. I mean, I've been seeing videos of people saying that. That's crazy that you're saying that because I've been seeing videos of people saying that and all that. 20 is illegal. Let me fix your clearances. 5 feet. Hey, Jim, I can see that you're new here. 5 feet. Hang on. Hold up. Where did I just hang on, let me be sure. Oh, here it's up here. I think. Hey, I'm just fine. Oh, here. I'm 5 feet 10 and I'm 17. Oh wow, that's cool. Nice. I know my boyfriend's he's at least maybe 5'9", 5'10", maybe 6 foot. But I think he's either 5'9". He's at least maybe anywhere between 5'9", 5'10", I think, for his height. I think, or almost 6 foot. but his I can't remember for sure, but I think but, like, it's anywhere between maybe 5'9" to maybe almost 6 foot for his height reference. Um, and so oh, that's cool. Yep. Mm. Kids, I'm a shorty too. Trust me. So you're not the only shorty in here. I'm with y'all, but as an adult. I mean, hey, even some adults are kind of short too. But not every adult. Some of us are, just depending on the person. Like me as an example is one of them. And so, um, I like this hairstyle and thanks. Thanks. I love my glasses. Like I should have said this in a couple of live streams, but for those of you that haven't been here yet, I if I had to pick if I had to pick a if I've had to pick maybe one pair of glasses I've liked over the years so far, it's these ones. Because A, it really first of all, the colors suit me really well. I mean, pink's my favorite color most and foremost, but I like how well it does because I like how the black's on top and the pink's on the bottom. I like that because it almost blends in like front really well. And I will say this, it's not oh, my foot. Gosh. And so, um, like I just like that it's not and the best part about it is it's not too much, but it's a perfect hue where it just looks cool. And I like that the sides are skinny. Like skinny enough where it doesn't feel weird, but skinny enough where it almost for me it almost feels like I'm wearing nothing on the sides. But I like the fact that it's not so thick and bulky like most are. And those for sunglasses like the legs of them that are like thick and like the width of them are just so bulky. It's just weird, and it just does not feel right sometimes. And so for for basically frames like this that also have where the legs on them actually are like this exact size feels so good because you can actually it does like I said it doesn't feel insane or anything. But um and so and then my hair is just up in a ponytail. I'll tell you that. And so how long have I been modding my stream? Oh gosh. Um bro gosh. Bro, to answer your question? God. I mean a good while. Maybe oh gosh. I'm trying to think of the math. Maybe almost like a couple years, I think. Maybe. Hard to keep count, but maybe a good maybe almost couple years I would maybe say or so, I think. But at least a good while to maybe a couple years, which is pretty good, you know. This way. Let's see, I just ran through my page and have decided your channel is not needed, please delete. Okay, I'm not gonna read that comment. We're gonna act like I just read gibberish on that one. Durden, I'm not gonna continue to read your comment because, others here like what they see, but if you don't have to say anything about it. Alright? Just saying to you. And What, Ursula? What? Hang on. Um, yeah, I can see that their kids play. They're like me, but way different to my age. What's 9 plus 19? Obvious. Oh my gosh, 21. That's not gonna equal 21. That'd be 20 plus 1 equals 21. Crazy. Which I'm putting my math to the actual test there, y'all. For someone who's learned what math is, you know? Anywho, we keep reading stuff here. We did you play Bendy in the I don't think so to answer your question. Let's see. Elena, welcome. I can tell you're new here. Um, Talia, I can see you're new too. That's a cool name. I think I had a friend in high school named that. That's pretty cool. Or I knew somebody in high school named that. Your boyfriend is. Oh. Yeah, he's tall. Yeah, he's basically he's at least 5, maybe at least 5'9", 5'10", maybe almost 6 foot. So maybe kind of, yeah, at least maybe anywhere between maybe 5'10". Like I said, that's an estimate. At first he told me he was, I think, 5'9", but even my parents think he grew a good bit. So who knows? He could now be maybe 5'10", 6 foot, maybe. And y'all, and actually, I will say this for reference, y'all. In photos I have seen of us two, um, y'all, like for reference, I know, like, short tongue stays stick to me. Like for reference, y'all, from what I do know, is y'all, me and him, like y'all, I like y'all for example, when he and I do stand together, for reference, I go to about his chest here, y'all. Like I am literally at his chest level. Like that's literally where my height goes. So for example, I kind of come to like here almost to him. Like I'll show you in a couple other photos what I mean by that. But I literally come about here almost. Like so for example, I come directly uh his chest level. Like that's impressive, y'all. That I go kind of here. Like yeah, I'll show you guys a good example of that. Of what I mean by chest level. For some of you that are wondering on that. And so, let's see, I'll show you a good photo I've got of us too. My gosh. Gosh, so crazy. Oh wow. That's what I'm getting. Let's see here. Actually, a perfect photo I will show you guys. Let me see. Is from like 19-year-old me. Let's see, it's up here. Just create. Some of these I can kind of show you here, but they're not gonna give you like the full estimate. And so, hang on. I'm just pulling it up so I can show you guys what I mean. Let's see, I think it's. Yeah. take a second. Because once I think I'm thinking if I could go up some more just to get it to. Oh, here you go. Let's see. Sorry, it's taking a second. Just really said I wanted to. Okay, let's see. Um, let's see here. Um, so here we go. Let's see. Out of these three, which ones am I showing? So, for example, this is what I mean by chest level. I mean, I literally come. Hang on, thing over here. I literally come literally toward his chest. Like, I mean, that's a reference right there, y'all. And y'all, fun fact, this was actually me at 19 years old, by the way. This was actually 19-year-old me, along with 18-year-old AJ. So this was us at 18 and 19, by the way. But I'm just showing you guys a reference idea. Just to show you guys what I mean by that. Like, I literally come about his chest, which is crazy to me. Like, yo, that's nuts. Like, that's literally me. Like, almost a freaking year ago.